If you've ever heard me speak at one of my workshops, you know that I don't put a lot of faith inside the resume that comes in with an employment application. I think that resumes are 99.9% of the time they're garbage, and for a couple of reasons. But I don't want you to ever make the decision solely on a resume. I don't want you to be biased by a resume. I don't want you to think, oh, I don't need to worry about that because of a resume. You see, any candidate can go spend $199 or $499, depending on what they want, and they can get a professional to write everything that the candidate never even thought of and sometimes never even did that will help that application, that resume, get through the recruiting process. There's an entire industry around that, and it's huge. And it's very easy to get into because for a couple $100, you can have a professionally written resume that most of the time is inaccurate. It's embellished. They've added things to it that aren't even true, but it helps them get their foot in the door. So that's one type of resume, that written by a professional resume writer. The second type of resume, written by someone who has no idea how to write a resume. And unless you're hiring a resume writer, we should not be qualifying our candidates on whether or not they write a good resume. It's not a requirement for the job. It's not something that we're going to ask them to ever do. In fact, we hope they never write a resume again because that means they're leaving us. So why do we put so much weight on resumes written by people that don't know how to write resumes? Well, it's because we think they're real, they're authentic, it's legitimate. But the reality is people don't know what to put on a resume. They've never been taught. They don't teach it in the schools. They don't teach it in colleges. Unless someone took a resume writing course, they don't know what recruiters are looking for. They don't know what applicant tracking systems are screening for. They don't know how AI is looking at their resume or computers are reading the resume to look for certain keywords. They may have heard some of this stuff, but they're not experts at it. It's like asking someone to become an SEO expert overnight so that they can go get a new job. So you've got two types of resumes, those written by professional resume writers that are embellished and fake and phony and not real, and those written by people that have no idea how to write a resume. Yet we make decisions all the time as to whether or not we want to talk to somebody because of their resume. We require the resume as part of the application process because that's what we've always done. But when it really matters is not in the application. What really matters is in the interview. And I'm going to get to that in a minute because there is now a third type of resume. And if you haven't seen this yet, go check out one of my other videos around this where I show you exactly how easy it is for job seekers to get AI to craft an amazing resume for them. Like as employers, we think, oh, AI is going to make things so much easier for us. It's going to make it easier to post my job ads or to write my job ads or come up with really cool interview questions. But remember, anything that's easy for you is easy for everyone else. So now we've got AI making it easier for the job seeker to write a customized resume that speaks to everything you want with a couple of keystrokes. So we have this third type of resume now written by AI that knows what needs to happen to get through the search engines, to get through the applicant tracking systems, to get through the recruiting AI or even recruiters. It knows what boxes need to be checked, and it creates a resume that is perfect for getting that job. So 3 types of resumes, none of them can be trusted. So what do? You trust the one thing that you have control over, and that's your interview process. You see, if you don't have the right interview process to weed out the embellishments or the falsities or the things that AI created, if you don't know how to weed that out and get someone to show up authentically during the interview process, you're going to have to trust the resume. You're going to have to trust something that's not real or something that's not done well. And then base your decision on that. And I can tell you right now, I promise you, you are missing out on high quality people because you're not interviewing them well. So when you look at these 3 types of resumes, you can't trust any of them. You need to have a process to get you to show up and actually understand authentically who that person is that you're really interviewing. And ask them the questions that really matter. Ask them to talk about the data that's on their resume. Ask them to talk about the numbers so that you can validate the information that's there. Even ask to speak to one of their old supervisors and find out, did they really do this work? But it's something that's often ignored. We don't put a lot of effort into the interview because we just need to hire somebody. We just need to focus our efforts and just get someone in the door, an extra set of hands. We can bypass all that stuff because the resume looked good. And we end up with another hire that doesn't fit our company, that doesn't fit our culture, that can't do the work, that isn't a high performer. And then we blame it on the job market. We blame it on the economy. We blame it on the colleges. We blame it on everybody else but ourselves because we didn't want to take the time to develop a very effective, objective interview process for our business. So there you go. The next time you're posting an ad, think about, do you really want to see that resume? Does it really matter? Because odds are, it's not correct anyways. Did you like this video? Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified when future hiring tips are published. Also, head over to corematters.com and check out additional content to help you hire better people faster. Until the next video, remember, when you have the right people, every part of your business gets better.